Welcome to a video. Right now it is currently 4:04 in the morning, August 21st, Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope y'all will have a great day. This is my third retake. The first one I forgot to check the mic, so that was okay because that was quick. The second one I talked for a good 5 to probably I think even 10 minutes, but right at the end I forgot what I was talking about, and of course I zombied out. I sat there and looked at the camera and tried to figure out what was I talking about, and I didn't want to be creepy to my viewers, so I had to do a retake. But anyways, I'm going to try to get this thing really quick so I can sleep early, because man, 4 a.m. my goodness. Oh yeah, I think I talked about it because I mentioned the tooth, how she really disrupted my sleeping habits, because she said the house was going to be sold, and this was like more than a month ago. And I remember how to get everything ready. I had sleepless night because I tried to clear out all the stuff in the room, because I had a lot of stuff. I threw out a lot of things I needed because I thought the house was going to go. I was getting stuff ready for storage. Thank goodness I didn't, because we're here more than a month, and if I paid for storage, it ain't cheap. It's like 100 plus, 150 or more than that. And oh man, my goodness. But the thing that got me was just throwing stuff away, giving stuff away that I needed. I just wish that person was the tooth was an honest person, but I don't think that's going to be possible, because she's been a liar since my youth. I mean, she's not going to change. I just have to accept that's just how she is, and I gotta learn that emotional mastery, because who knows, if it's not with her, I might encounter someone else and have to deal with that person. So it's good if I learn how to deal with the tooth now, so I could learn from it. And I didn't even know I had to learn from it, because I was wondering why I did everything I could to get away from the tooth, always succeeding, but in the end up failing really hardcore, and I would have to crawl back and ask for her help. And I'm very grateful that I have a cool viewer, a cool commenter that talked about in life sometimes there are lessons we have to learn to move forward. And I think the reason why I have been failing to get away from the tooth is because I don't have emotional control when it comes to the tooth, and she is a cruel person, and the way I'm dealing with it is wrong, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it correctly. And of course it has to do with love, and I'll be honest, it seems impossible. But I realize it has to be done, because if I claim to truly serve the Father of Heaven, I need to set a really good example. And this thing is like a beast. How? But I know it has to be done. So yeah, I think that's why I did the retake. I paused because of the tooth. I need to work on, man, I should write that down. I really need to work on the emotional mastery. I realize meditating on it is not going to work. I gotta figure out how. And I did think about it. I think a really good way to do it is just to go out there and socialize. Handle all sorts of people, because I remember there's a lot of characters out there. There'll be like 25% that are cool, and 75% I'll be like, you know. But it's not good to hold it in. It's good to share it, but in a soft, kind manner, and that's what I need to learn how to do, because if I could do that, perhaps I'll be able to handle the tooth better, and then learn that lesson and move forward, and finally part ways in good terms. So yeah, anyways, I burned 5 minutes on that. So let me mention why I am up so late. I did a lot of things. I did not work today. I chose not to work today because I wanted to do something different. Of course, I'm tired of doing the gig economy, the Uber Eats, for those that don't know. I hate it because little pay and dealing with a lot of terrible drivers, reckless drivers, inconsiderate drivers, aggressive drivers, just straight up reckless people. And there's so many of them. It's not like 10 years ago where drivers are okay to be around. Now it's like people are emotional. just pay attention and just drive. Gosh, don't daydream or especially look down. They look like they're driving and then going like this, like, dude. Yeah. Anyways, get upset. Yeah, so I decided to stay home and I tried to make music. So I thought about, you know what, I don't want to figure out the legal part of it yet. Let me focus on making some really good beats, make an album. Once I get an album, and then start doing the research on the publishing, the copywriting and stuff like that. So pretty much taking steps, baby steps, instead of trying to figure out everything as a whole and then get into it, because I realized doing that is preventing me to want to do anything with the music. And I already purchased the subscription, so just taking that 1%, little steps forward and work my way in. But man, I burned a lot of credits because making the music, it takes these things called credit, and I get 2,500 credits per month, and I burned up a lot through the day because the AI music generator, it makes really good beats, but the lyrics are, I mean, it rhymes, it sounds nice, but the meaning, it really doesn't make sense. I mean, most of it is pretty good, but then there will be some parts where I guess the system is trying to make it rhyme, to make it sound fluid, and it does sound fluid and really nice, but the meaning is like, what? Like, what? So yeah, I mean, I try to figure out some words to replace it with, but man, that's gonna take some time. I probably have to figure something out. Anyways, yeah, so the music, step by step, put that down. Music, step by step. So let me talk a little bit, because I don't want to drag it too long. We're already, God, my gosh, 8 minutes in already. It's okay. So I made fish. I cooked a lot of fish. I went to Costco and I bought a whole, I don't know, a whole little plate of fish fillet. What was it called? It's not called fish fillet. Tilapia. So there was like 9 pieces of tilapia, and of course it crumbled up. I put it in here. I'm leaving it outside for the night, so when it cools down I could put it in the fridge, because if I put it when it's warm, there'll be condensation, it'll become soggy, and I don't want that to happen. I also ran out of rice, so I made the 6 cup of rice. I'm also leaving outside for it to cool down, then I could put it inside so there won't be condensation and it won't be soggy. Just sharing my little tips that I've learned. And this time, instead of the brown rice, I bought red rice, and this rice is a little bit tougher to eat. And of course, the reason why it's little yellow pieces is because I put quinoa in here for extra protein. And I also made only 1 set of coffee. I wanted to make 2, but I saw the time where it was getting so late. I was like, dude. I start everything at, I think, 9 p.m. because that's when the tooth went into her room, and when she went into her room, that's when I immediately went out and I tried to make everything as fast as I could. And yeah, it took a long time, but finally got done. Also took a shower too. That takes about a little bit over an hour, because when I brush my teeth, for those that are new, I don't have enamel on my teeth anymore, so when I brush it, I actually have to pick off the plaque, the ones that are really sticking, to pick it off. and then brush it, and then floss, and then brush again. So it is what it is. And yeah, I think that is it. That's all I have for today. So I made fish. Well, let me talk about the fish a little bit. Rice and then coffee. So I'm writing this down so I could put on the description and thumbnail. Alright, so about the fish, I'm very grateful that the commenter I enjoy reading, he talked about the fish. I didn't realize how my the body, how much the body was craving the protein. Because man, when I took a little piece of the fish and I ate it, like the body was like, dude, I need more of that. I need more of that now. Even though before I was cooking it, I had a full little bowl of rice, eggs, and vegetables, and it was pretty big. And when I ate it, I was full. But when I had the piece of little meat from the fish, it was something totally different. It was like my body was screaming, oh my goodness, nutrients that I actually need. And I end up eating a couple pieces, probably big pieces. And wow, once I ate it, I felt energized. It was pretty strange, but I also did squats too. And I want to try to do it every day. I did 15 squats, starting small, and hopefully I'll pick up more from there. So yeah, I do want to talk about the low T, because I don't think a lot of guys really care about it. I think that's why I see a lot of guys, when I counter them, I steer clear of them, because they look either super lonely, super stressed out, something going on with them, their energy, their vibe, it just, there's like this thick, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It just, I don't want to be near it. I could sense it, and it's just not right, and I try to steer clear. I think it might be the low T. Because man, I remember when I was like that, down and out, I remember encountering some people, they didn't want to be near me, so I didn't understand it at that time, but now I understand why. So guys, yeah, if you're watching and you're a dude, if you're feeling stressed out or uber lonely or just out of it, lacking energy, or just feel like the world's tumbling down, it might be the low T. That's all I have for this video. French toast, 13 minutes. Alright, let me mark that down to low T. That's all I have for this video. Not tomorrow, it's gonna be today. Today, I have to work. I hope I wake up. I probably wake up at 10 because I'm sleeping at 4. Once I get this thing done, it's probably done at 5 in the morning. My goodness, man. Because I got the fish, but I think it's totally worth it. Because if you watch my previous video, I was so out of it, man. I'm about blabbing. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you are new and enjoy the content, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. And to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. I do want to say, I saw someone wrote a comment. Well, I saw the comment says there's a comment, but there's no comment coming up. So if you are new and see me, if I did not put a like or a reply, that means I do not see your comment. You probably have to revise your comment, because YouTube is very strict. I mean, on my side, it's very loose. There's not a lot of restriction except for profanity. So if you're writing any profanity, it's not going to show. But on YouTube's end, if you're writing something that is not approved, it may not come up. I remember the commenter I enjoyed reading, he did mention if you write company names, that will not make it show up. So for those that are new to the YouTube land, I just want to share that to be mindful. Alright, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah, and Sinji Dua.